Well, doctor, one of the things that you talk about is cardiac injuries, and talk about how your own experience has shaped how you study that topic.
Well, I always used to be very much into fitness. I mean, real fitness, bodybuilding, everything. And here I was on my way to the health club. I visualized this. I'm turning to my health club, and out of nothing, bang! A young kid had bought an oversized truck 2 hours before, ran through a red light, side impacted me. My car spun around. I was squeezed into this thing of an older 560 SL Mercedes. And the cops came and, sir, don't move, and we get you out of there. And the paramedics, broken neck, broken spine. They brought me to the hospital, and it seemed okay, and they let me go home. And over the next year and a half, I'm going downhill like you wouldn't believe it. I lost muscle mass. I came to a point where I walked 30 feet, and I mean, it was so distressing until finally Dr. Gali, a doctor friend of mine in our area, diagnosed that the impact had a ruptured part in my heart. So I went to USC, picked the best ones. After another year and a half of evaluations and so on, it turned out that my left atrium had enlarged to 6.8, less than 3.9 is normal. I had an extreme irregularity, and my ejection fraction was 28%. Now, this is not really very good. Anyway, and but after another year and a half of drugs, which I don't like anyway, but I mean, I had to try it out, they finally told me nothing could be done about it, 4 drugs and the pacemaker and the defibrillator. And with the help of friends from alternative medicine here, and Dr. Ron Klotz played a key role in that, advising me about where to go. Well, think outside the box. The first thing what we had to do is evaluate what's inside the box. I mean, that's drugs, right? And that stuff doesn't work. And so finally with this and the method that comes out of NASA called EECP, very much discussed here at the meetings, enhanced external counterpulsation. A lot of supplements towards mitochondria functioning. I mean, it was anything from coenzyme Q10 to fish oil to alpha lipoic acid and so on and so on. And an Olympic trainer friend of mine who designed a new exercise program, normally with heart, oh, don't do anything, you be careful. Oh, no, I want you to do heavy weightlifting and so on. So heavy weightlifting, ECP, special supplements, embryonic cell extracts that I got from Germany is the very next best thing to stem cells. Actually, I run a stem cell laboratory right now. And so anyway, we applied that, and while everybody's saying could never work, after 3 months, I'm totally back to normal, and so on. And it amazed everybody. I mean, my left atrium had come from 6.8 down to 5.3. My left atrium was literally, I mean, it's heading towards the right range again. My ejection fraction from 28 to 60%, and my rhythm was totally normal, total sinus rhythm, right? So I went back to all the experts. All the experts told me, well, you're heading in the right direction. And the expensive things, the embryonic cell extracts and the EECP, I mean, that's $250 an hour, right? And I did 3 per week. And the embryonic cell extracts, they cost around 550 euros, that's $700. And I also did 3 per week, you know, so you can just add it up. I mean, I wrote checks against everything, you know. But anyway, so they said you have no choice but to wean yourself off the expensive stuff, which I did. And after another 5 months, USC, the professor gets all kind of crazy. Never seen anything like it. That's impossible. How can this be? And blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we do another evaluation there, an echo, and that's why nobody can argue with it. It was done at the best, right? And so on. Left atrium, 6.8, 5.3. Now I'm 3.7. I'm in the normal range again. My ejection fraction, 28, 60, now 80%. At my age, I'm classified as high-performing athlete. And totally normal rhythm. And we published it, we wrote it up for a medical journal. And in the meantime, Dr. Ron Klotz from A4M here is the best people ever. And, you know, launched a bunch of supplements and so on and so on. And totally back to normal. And they allowed me to present my recovery in 2009 at the A4M meeting in Las Vegas. And then we made medical history. And about a year and a half later, out of, I believe, about 30 or 40 publications, they pick about 7 or 8, and that's also published in print. And very recently, the Townsend Letter for Doctors You know, there were similar people. I mean, many years ago they started with a 2-page newsletter. Now it's a very much recognized medical publication, 130 pages, and occasionally they pick on on one problem, just one entire issue. And in this case, they evaluated heart disease. And towards the end, they pick one publication that they quote as made medical history, and that shows that we're in the right track. And again, they reproduced our publication. So we're very happy about that. And I'm back to the gym. I regained, that's another thing that's very important here in this area. It used to be that under maybe 50 or older, no, you can't rebuild muscle mass. It's impossible, right? Total nonsense. 18 pounds of muscle mass I rebuilt. I'm back to the gym, high-performing exercises. There's a new type of exercise that a friend of mine, an Olympic trainer, developed, Dr. Paul Ward, very famous man in the fitness field. I mean, he is an Olympic trainer, and every team, I mean, football, basketball team, you name it, they use that type of training program. And in my book, we have the let's say a simplification of this program, exercise for everybody, to make it less boring, more effective, and it was reviewed by a very famous Texas University fitness expert, basically saying with this program we are getting results beyond belief in respect to overall fitness, body shaping, calories expended, and so on and so on. So everything is heading in the right direction, so we were very happy about that.